Hi guys, spiritsvessel here. I tried to record this video and then something happened with my webcam, so I didn't get to finish it. So we're just going to start the reading all over again. But this is the June 2019 reading for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising. And I spent a long time shuffling the cards with the last video I recorded. I spent a lot of time talking about shuffling the cards. So I kind of feel like maybe that was a sign that it didn't and stop recording, that maybe I shouldn't have said so much. And I think I'm just going to get right into this reading since the cards are pretty shuffled. I'm just going to give them, just one more shuffle. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the Virgos. I love your guys' energy because you guys are so good at, what's interesting is that in the first reading, the cards that I pulled, these two cards came up as well. But I love your guys' energy because you guys are so good at everything I'm not. Virgos, they have this just uncanny ability of being able to hone in on someone and know exactly everything they're missing in their life. They know how to reorganize someone's life and just make it so much better and more efficient. So I'm kind of getting the feeling that you guys have been getting a lot of good attention. This Queen of Cups character, I think, is someone in your life that has been a source of inspiration for you. Although they tend to stir some stuff up in you. But I think it's good because I think you've been needing to be stirred up. And I think they woke you up out of this sleep rest period you guys have been in. I do feel like you guys are really in your feelings right now. And that's not a bad thing. But Virgo is an earth sign, and so earth and water make mud. And it can feel a little bit stuck when Virgos get in their feelings. And because you guys are so used to having a plan, I think there's a little bit of an analysis paralysis going on. I think there's a lot of different paths to choose, and you guys are a little unclear of the right one. Because you're in your feelings. And although this Queen of Wands person is someone who's inspiring you and getting you unstuck, at the same time, it's like a love-hate relationship. This King of Cups down here, I think, is someone that's helping you out too. Could be male or female, just someone with masculine energy, in control of their emotions, very, very nurturing. Could be a Cancer male. But, I think you guys, and I'm going to pull some, I want to pull some cards when it comes to this analysis paralysis thing going on. I think you guys are there's a lot of air energy moving right now because we're in Gemini season. I think you guys are just getting in your heads. This right here, it's a self-imposed prison. Too much mental activity. Too much worrying over things that haven't happened. You're getting stuck in the what ifs. You can't see the forest through the trees. I want to find out a little bit more about this Three of Pentacles as well. Oh, interesting. Ooh, that's good stuff. I think you guys are this is kind of what I'm feeling with Virgos. I think you guys have been in the last spread that I had similar themes but a little bit different. It gave me a little bit more insight into what's going on here. The Hierophant had popped up in the last spread before the video got deleted, and the vibe I was getting is that I think Virgos are getting a lot of recognition right now for their skill set. And it's been a long time coming. But it's also like exhausting getting that recognition, and you're understanding that you need way more alone time than you've been getting. And the card of the Hermit, that's you guys. This is Virgo right here. You guys do very well, like at home, studying, grounding yourself, and I think I think you guys are the ones that are watching this video. You guys are so gifted that everyone wants a piece of you right now. And this Queen of Wands might be wanting a piece of you. This Queen of Wands might be pushing you to get out of this phase. But I think don't be bullied. Don't be bullied by whoever this is. I have a feeling this King of Cups is kind of reassuring you to do what you need to do for self-care. But in terms of work, I think your work life is like on point right now. I think there's a lot of potential. I think there's a new opportunity that's coming forth. And I think a lot of you are probably starting to work from home now. Like kind of the image I'm seeing is that, Virgos are so good with their hands. And, if there's any Virgos out there who are, if you guys are doing like knitting, or if you guys are doing like jewelry, like something artistic, you guys are getting some traction in regards to that and really putting yourselves out there. And perhaps this Queen of Wands was the one who told you to put yourself out there, but now she's becoming a little bit of a nuisance because now there's just too much pressure. You can only pressure a Virgo so much. By the time they finally gotten the courage to speak up and put themselves out there, that was a lot of work to build up that energy to do that, because Virgos are so humble. It takes them a lot to finally like look at something they're doing and not just completely dissect it and become perfectionists and not immediately think it could be better and just be okay with what they've done. This Seven of Wands is coming in. I think there is a theme going on where you're having to defend the way you're doing your business or your life right now, because so many people want a piece of you. I want to get a little bit more information about this Ace of Cups right here. And interesting, I read reversals like more internal energy as opposed to outward. Although this could mean whether you're in a love relationship or you're not. If you're in one, it could mean that love is blossoming even more. If you're not in one or just starting one, this is a good sign. I think really though, what I think is that there's a new period in your life that's come from a period of hard work, a time where you're actually able to like process your emotions and able to do something because you feel like doing it, not because you need to do it. You're doing things because you want to do them, and this new opportunity has been presented where you have found something that's very emotionally fulfilling for you, and it's a karmic reward. And you're trying to find balance with that, and also, keep the people in your life, satiated. It's like you guys do really good with people pleasing. I have a feeling this Queen of Wands is just like, this could be your mom. It could be a mom figure. If it's not a mom, it's a mom figure. It could be your boss. It's someone who sees a potential in you, but man, is she harsh sometimes. Not like harsh like the Queen of Swords harsh. She just demands a lot and doesn't realize it. She's kind of overbearing, and for sensitive Virgo, it's a little tough. But ultimately, there is something in your life, a new project. It feels very artistic. It feels like you're finally able to let your creative artistic side out, and it's something that's bringing a lot of fulfillment into your life, whether it's someone that's offering you a cup or it's just a cup you're offering yourself for the first time. It's like you're falling in love with yourself and falling in love with your art and falling in love with how things have manifested themselves, and not overthinking and not being critical. And I think, you're also embodying this energy too, like putting your foot down and being like, damn it, this is what I decided and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to fight for my need for my downtime, my need to be a hermit. I deserve that, which is awesome. I kind of want to tune in a little bit with this Queen of Wands. I want to get a little bit more information about her. Yeah. So, very strong character. Lot of fire, man. I kind of get the feeling for some of you, this could go either way. For some of you, I really feel like this is a mom type figure. Either your mom's had to move back in with you, you had to move back in with your mom, or she's in your life in some big way now. But I also feel like for quite a few of you, this is a boss. This is someone that that you're doing work for, and you can't go back. Like, you've already made the decision that you're going to be working for this woman, and it's like it's like the equivalent of like, if you are an intern, like you're being an assistant to, a CEO, and they're just really intense. They demand a lot. They have high expectations. You can totally handle it. But man, if you let that kind of energy stomp all over your boundaries, it will. It's like you're having to really say no, and at the same time do it in a way where you're still doing work for them, and also setting a boundary of like, I know I can't do that. That's asking too much of me. And it's a very difficult thing because there's a bit of a power dynamic that I'm just kind of feeling. But I see that, again, whoever this Queen of Wands is, they see so much potential in you, and they just push you because they can see it. And this is regardless of whether or not, and this could be a male. It doesn't have to be a female. It's just someone that's kind of a feminine presence, but they see so much potential in you, even if you don't see it. That's why they push a little bit too hard. And I think ultimately it's a good thing for your own growth too, because it wouldn't be such a bad thing for Virgos to start embodying more Queen of Swords energy, more wand energy in general. Get that fire going, because you need fire. You need fire sometimes. So I want to pull one last card. Ooh, and it's the Queen of Pentacles reversed. I'm just going to pull some more regards to this. Interesting. So, I kind of feel like, again, I read reversals like it's an internal energy, and I really do feel like, although it can be a little bit tense for you guys right now, you guys are doing a really good job of setting boundaries. And I think you're also coming in as the Queen of Swords. So you're communicating your needs very well. And I think ultimately you're reaping the benefits. The nine of Pentacles is a really good card because it's like you're only one away from finally having mastery of that thing that you've been building. And so I think kind of the feeling I get is that you're watching this dream that you've had starting to form, and you're watching yourself kind of growing into this person. And I think you guys are handling your responsibilities very well. Whoever this King of Swords is, you have two, now again, it could be a male or a female, but you have two very strong masculine presences in your life right now. One who's a little bit more doting and more being like, oh, it's okay, honey, you just do what you have to do, or, sweetie, or whatever, and having a lot of real, like, nice, like, kind words. The other one's a little bit more in your face, a little bit more sword-like, but both are helping you. They're not, this king and this king are not anywhere near as overbearing, I feel like, than the queen. The queen is stirring some stuff inside of you, but it's a good thing, because I think you needed that. And she's helping you become the Queen of Swords, But this feels like a career reading for sure. And if you're doing, and if it's an art, if it's a hobby you're doing, or you're starting to explore that and starting to get bigger, maybe it's not about the money for you guys, because that's not what I feel like either. I don't feel like this is a job, but it's not because it pays well. It's because it feels really good. It's been a great opportunity because, you're finally becoming who you really are. You're being recognized. You're being seen. And I think it feels really good. And I think going into Cancer season, you guys are going to be really strong. Yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of some confusion when Mercury goes retrograde. I'm going to have to check the date again when that happens. But other than that, yeah, not a bad reading. I like it. Some heaviness in my chest when I did this reading. I'm having to take deep breaths and kind of fight through it because, Virgos are so anxious. I swear to God, every time I tune into your guys' energy, I'm just anxious over everything. It's like, it's that kind of that Virgo-ness where every Virgo I know needs to be doing something with their hands, or they just have to keep their minds busy. And I feel that in my body when I'm tuning in, but also a lot of hope and optimism too. So anyways, not a bad reading at all. If you resonate with what I just said, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can email me at spiritsvessel@gmail.com. If you would like more information about me, my website is www.spiritsvessel.com. I will have the link in the description box below for both of those. And take care. Have a good one.